Welcome to part 4 of my series on building a chop saw stand. In this section, I will be doing the majority of the assembly of the stand. Also, please hit like and subscribe below. One thing I did not plan for in my plans for this cart was how I was going to get everything together. So I'm going through, looking at all the screws I have in the house or in the garage. It's like, what's going to work? Something has to be the right length. Nuts, washers, bolt screws, machine screws, wood screws. Good thing I have a lot of stuff laying around because I think I've got enough for everything. I'm going to work on that some and get back to you. Decided just show you. Some bolts, some screws. These are going to be little bolts. And some stuff. A couple things put together. And I can go from there and start getting everything put together. Laid out everything for the base. Decided that should go together first. There's going to be all sorts of mismatched hardware holding this thing together. But it should still hold it together. Just figured when I did my design that I had enough. And I do, I just had to scrounge a lot. I don't know if anybody else is running into this issue. This setup's about 2 years old. My impact driver, my drill are, I don't know, 6, 8 years old. The lithium ion and adapters I've had for about 2. And they're about dead. Sometime soon I'm going to open them up and see if they just take 18650 lithium ions, in which case I can order those. Okay, I'll let y'all off while I work on this. Okay, making some progress here. The wheels just set in. They're not screwed or anything. I had a lot of fun getting these screws through where I wanted them to. Missed on that one a couple of times. Blew out the sides. Let's see. This is what I'm working on right now. Got to clamp some blocks in so that stays, so I can squeeze this together so it can hold this thing in place. But now I'm going through and marking lines because I'm going to take it apart to drill the first holes. just doing a finger length here. This block was in my way. To be able to get in here with the drill, I had to replace the battery drill with an electric drill because the batteries kept dying. Bolt in there, put everything together. That's what I heard Paul was hitting that. Oh, we're good. Oh, flathead. Hand tight will work for now. Oh. Reasons I put the wheels on is so I could figure out how high this needed to be. Got a couple of scraps of wood, set them underneath. It was a little tighter, so it's not going to be quite square front to back. Oop. And then I moved them up front and slid them underneath, which now it's a little loose. Figure out where that needed to go. Finished assembling the base. See my improv for the different types of screws. It's all going to be triangular, so it should be a good bit of strength. Triangular that way. Triangular that way. Let's get the top set up. Pretty much eyeballing this. I might measure some. Put it in an inch from the back. And we're going to come in over an inch there. Under an inch there, inch, an inch. Set this up to come in an inch. Things are, let's see, where are they? About an inch and a half in, so an inch, 2.5 inches. Two and a half inches. the inside is. Drill some pilot holes. Set that. Where the front's going. Not sure where I stopped because I got called away on an urgent matter. Okay, the seam is center. Going to go in further than an inch. It's about 1.5 inches. I'll measure up 1.5 inches. It's on the seam. Go further than that. That's the edge. I gotta go to the middle. Lifting it up so I can feel when it goes through. I was using 3-inch deck nails or deck screws left over from another project. Back in a sec. When I drew this, I really didn't have anything specific in mind for the handle. Just some sort of rod. Found some old closet rod. Length of work, don't have to really do anything to it except drill some pilot holes. Figure out how far I want it out. Up there will do. I do want to make sure that it gets lined up square. It's about a 1-inch rod. I want to come in 1/2 inch, which is 4 3/8. Make a couple of marks. Come in and mark at 3 7/8, which should be the edge. Oops, used under 1 inch. So 1 inch in from 4 7/8. That's 3 7/8. Getting something off. Closer to 1 3/8 around, so 3/16 over 1/2. Brain is not working. Matrix Mark 1. Figure out where that one is. That is about 3 5/8. A couple of those. That'll work. Throw some pilot holes. Think, not pilot. Two 2.5-inch deck screws. That'll work nicely for securing this. One front, one back, and then the other ones. My battery died. Got that one in. Now I have a convenient handle. Move it around once I have enough stuff off the floor so it can move. So I'm going to be cutting metal, and it's sending sparks, so I want to put a piece of metal down. I acquired this old aluminum sign a while back that's almost perfectly the right width, minus 3/4. I'll leave it blank at the front, it shouldn't matter. Been in the back of my truck for about 6 months, and it's sprinkling outside right now. So let me get this set up. Since I'm going to be cutting metal, I decided it's time to put on my safety glasses. Okay. Measure, double check, 11.5 inches wide. Just grab there. Nope. Grabbed a Sharpie a second ago. Just got to figure out where I put it. Found it. There's a lot of holes in this. Really got it around. Holes on this side. Actually, yeah, I think it's the same number of holes. Hold on. Eleven and a half inches. Before, I live in a very humid environment, so everything rusts. air cleaner going, and if we're lucky, the smoke detector will not go off. Make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Really didn't get a very straight line with that. Clean up the edges some. I do not have the right kind of blade. It's going to take a bit. Using several tools, I got it down to a size that fits. I'm going to go over everything with a deburring tool, which is a screwdriver with the end cut off, just to make sure there's nothing sharp on the edges. Myself when I'm cutting other things. I think you can actually buy a deburring tool, but it's essentially the same thing. Just knocks down anything sharp. nail gun set up, which is what I'm going to use to secure this. All set up and ready to start nailing using 1-inch brad nails, 18 gauge. Put some oil in the nail gun. Make sure I'm all lined up the way I want to be. Let's see how this works. Works okay. I think I had this set all the way down already. I do. Probably doesn't take that many. We're good. Off, and I'll set up the next step.